Hey guys, so it's April 26th, right? And it's snowing. It's pretty late in the season. It's been like warm, hot, cold. It's just been crazy. Air conditioner, heat, air conditioner. So it's kind of crazy weather here, bipolar weather. But yeah, it's snowing. There's a little bunny rabbit down there. Sick?
You know what I love most about Dazzle Ball?
The boy's sick too.
The way the ball changes.
He's got a little bug.
He threw up.
I'm not really sure what it was. This morning I saw,
Life was kind of like that
like I'm trying to think of what it was that they ate.
Or just a bug in the air or something.
It was
There's an ant? Maybe? That's a bug?
So I have my oils, my essential oils that I'm using for them. So I have a tummy blend and just an immunity blend that I'm putting on them. Sorry, Mom.
Doesn't feel good. Day 2. Mary's feeling the worst, I think. But these guys are... Mary's throwing up all night. Paul looks like he's a little better, and
I'll have some Cheerios.
Anna's a little still sick, but Mary has the brunt of it, so it's a rough night. Everybody was up, throwing up. Well, Mary was mostly.
It's so hard
But
because
we
you
got
have
up a
that
couple times.
fight or flight. You're like just about to fall asleep and you hear a cough.
Oh!
And then you're like, ah! Oh. And you
okay? Yep. Oh.
And then you cough, then you run to the room to help them so it doesn't get everywhere.
But it's Friday. Gonna use my anniversary gift. Barbecue grill cleaner. It's first day. It just hasn't been raining for a couple days, so gonna barbecue. I got this awesome cleaner from Melissa for our anniversary. Works really good. Day 4 of the stomach bug from hell. Mary's feeling a lot better finally. She had high fevers going on and give her baths and stuff to bring it down, but everybody's feeling better. It's
no more throw up, thank God.
Yeah, it was like 3 days straight of catching throw up. Olympics, new Olympic sport. But that was, yeah, kind of intense. So everybody's feeling a little better. Mary's finally feeling better. She had it the worst, I think.
Yeah, her fever on, was it Saturday night? No, last night was Saturday. It was Friday night. Was poor thing. She was so sick, and her fever was high, and I was giving her, I gave her 2 baths and peppermint oil to bring her fever down, because peppermint essential oil will cool the body. It doesn't reduce the fever completely, but it
some relief.
It just gives some relief. And yeah, she was hallucinating and like twitching, not seizing, but she just was having like twitching and eyes rolling in the back of her head. It was poor thing. She just had a really, really bad fever, but then the next day it was much better.
Yeah, she's doing better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks for all your prayers, and everybody's been really nice on Facebook and kind with their thoughts and prayers. So, thanks everyone. Got a turkey. Oh, there he goes. There he is, big turkey. I don't know if it's a female or, but it's a big bird.
So Jake is playing guitar right now. He's so hot. I love it when he plays guitar. I don't know if you could hear him. He used to be in a band. I love it when he plays guitar and the kids are down there listening to him. I was grocery shopping and he made dinner for the kids, and then I got back home. Jake had said Mary was like really, really sick. Sorry. Piece of chicken. And we were out of food, and so I needed to run to the store. So now I'm eating my dinner, and he's playing guitar. And I love listening to him play. So nice. I love having music in the house and the kids being exposed to it. He doesn't play that often, but when he does, it's so nice. And we're gonna get a stand or some sort of hook thing so he can hang it up. Please, may I have some more trail mix? Can you say hi?
So our house has become the local kids play area, or meeting grounds here. This is the bus stop too, actually, our driveway. We inherited the bus stop, and a lot of kids in the area. All their bikes are here. They're playing hide and seek. Hey, buddy.
Hi guys. So this weekend we are getting ready. Well, it's not the weekend yet. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. We are getting ready for Mary's birthday. She's having a Doc McStuffins themed birthday, which is, I'm really excited. Pinterest is a lifesaver because there's just so many great ideas. People put the best ideas out there. So I always go to Pinterest whenever there's a birthday party. So this is what what I did is I made doctor's coats. I got a pack of Hanes men's t-shirts, and I made sure they were small. They're like small, petite. And then these, hanging on it, is the homemade stethoscope. So let me get this up here. And I got this at my big mess of creating for the party. These are dollar store headbands, and I got some ribbon and some sparkly paper at the not the dollar store, but at Michael's. I'm gonna trim off some of that white just to make it a little more finished. But this is the stethoscope that they can use, and I'm gonna set up, I got these little stuffed animals and dolls. They were all $1 at the dollar store. And I also got these Band-Aids and the face masks and gloves. And if you're familiar with Doc McStuffins, she is a veterinarian, and so stuffed animals come to her, and stuffed animals come to her with a need when they're sick or whatnot, and it's a cute little show on Disney Channel, and Mary really loves it, and so we're just going with that theme. So that's why I have the doctor's coats, the stethoscopes, and they have the animals, so they're going to adopt their animal or doll, and then there's going to be a checklist, like a checkup list, so they can fill out the birth certificate and then have a checklist of checking how much they weigh and how tall they are and whatnot. So we'll have like a whole little medical area set up, and yeah, it'll be really fun. There was a game that I saw. It's a tongue depressor with a cotton ball. So it's the same premise as a egg with a spoon race. So we're gonna do that with a cotton ball and the tongue depressor. The other idea was cutting out a bear from black paper and getting Q-tips to glue on the bear, and you can make a face, but it looks like a skeleton, like it had an x-ray, so it's an x-ray bear. And then we were also the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press board. I saw on Pinterest this really good idea where you get a bear and you put whatever itis it has on the bear. So there was one where it had a hole cut. You draw a bear and you cut out a hole, and there's a bowl underneath with candy, and the candy is tied into the theme of the itis or whatever's wrong with the bear. So it was swimmer's ear. So you put Swedish fish in there. Butterfingers was another one. I forget all the ones we had, but I got a bunch of candy for, even though I'm not a really big, huge candy person and don't really like to give kids a whole lot of candy, but I figured it's a birthday party. It's just this one time for the party. So yeah, I got the sour gummies, and it was like sour stomach. And we got these cute little gift bags, and they'll have tongs to get all the little treats and put them in the gift bags. So that is what we're doing for the party. As far as food goes, we're going to do sandwiches, apples, grapes, or apples. I may get some grapes and then carrots and maybe something else, keeping it really simple. We're going to do a sandwich station, so I'm not going to make the sandwiches. I'll let people make them themselves. I'll just have everything set up so you can make your own sandwich. I also thought I would vlog what I'm doing right now for weight loss. I've struggled with my weight my whole life, and it's always just been this dark shadow and this pressing obsession in my life. My weight, my obsession with food, and being addicted. I am addicted to sugar, no doubt, and bread, like flour products and stuff. So though I love eating healthy, and I love all of that because I know it's good for your body, I've always felt very hypocritical because I would, indulge in things that I wasn't supposed to be eating. And especially in the last 5 years with being having 3 babies, I guess Mary's going to be 6. So I've had, I had a 2-for-1. I had the twins. So Mary first and then the twins. And there was just, that would put a lot of stress on my body physically. So I decided that, hey, I'm vlogging. So part 2 about what I'm doing for my weight loss. So it's always been a huge struggle of mine, and it's just been hard. I've done every weight loss thing I feel under the sun. For me, as a kid, I did Weight Watchers, I did Slim Fast, I did those gimmicky diets like lose weight in 20 days. You would see on the TV with like supplements and stuff. I knew that wasn't that great to do for you either. And then I just started a lot of like trendy, fatty type of things. Not that there wasn't truth in it. But I'm all about balance. So I did raw veganism. I was raw vegan for 3 months, and I actually felt amazing, but it was really difficult to do. And being Orthodox, we're vegan for a lot of time of the year too, especially during the fast, Nativity, and Lent. And that's takes a lot of planning because it's so easy to lean towards bread products and flour and stuff. So you really have to be, and then you're also feeding a family too. Because what I like, my husband doesn't always like, and it's important to me that I, or not that he's actually so not picky when it really comes to anything, but food especially. He's just like, we'll eat whatever. But there are some things that he's particular about, or he's sensitive to. So he can't have a lot of lentils and beans that just will really mess up his digestion, and he just feels really awful. So anyhow, I'm going on a tangent like I usually do, but so what I'm doing is, so I was going with the whole, what I've done in the past. I've done somewhat kind of paleo. I never actually followed it, but just kind of like no grain, no dairy, and then everything else in between. Only healthy sugars like maple syrup and honey, dates, sweetened dates, smoothies, that type of stuff. Good fats and proteins. I know what's good for you. Like, if God created it, it's good for you. Right? If it's man-made, some packaged foods today, I've seen a lot of change with packaged food, but not all packaged food is created equal. So you have to read those labels. A lot of it's filled with crap. But I've seen turning a corner, a lot of people being creative and getting their products out. But fruits, vegetables, whole grains, that's a tricky one because so many people are gluten intolerant and grain free and gluten free, but I don't believe in eliminating a food group. That's just my personal conviction and opinion. And people can think differently, that's okay. And dairy, I also, with all of this, I believe in quality, organic. Dairy is really better raw, and so with that being said, I've struggled because there's always this, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. And you're like, what do I do? Because I would be so focused and like, yeah, we got this. And then all of a sudden, your mind starts talking to you and you're just like, just one bite, you earned it. It was a hard week. The kids were up and throwing up all night. You deserve that piece of cake. Just take that glass of wine, and it was that talk and dialogue in my mind that I would just give up and go, whatever. And so I would get derailed time and time and time again. This is the fattest I've ever been in my entire life. And I need to do something about it. And so I came across this solution called Bright Line Eating. And literally, it's changed my life. I am so grateful. I'm only 10 days in, but I feel really good. I'm tired. The lady who wrote the book, her name is Susan Pierce Thompson, and she is brilliant. She's well-versed in addiction. She's well-versed in the brain. She has her PhD in neuroscience, so she's studied the brain. And she has a system down for getting the weight off, and she's maintained her weight loss for 14 years. And the reason why it's called Bright Line Eating, I don't know if I mentioned the name of it, it's called Bright Line Eating, is that a bright line is a clear rule that you don't cross. So when someone's smoking and they want to quit smoking, they don't smoke cigarettes. That's their bright line. No matter what, they do not smoke cigarettes. When someone doesn't want to drink anymore and they're quitting drinking, they don't drink anymore. An alcoholic doesn't just have a little sip of alcohol every now and then. He does not cross that bright line. He or she does not cross that bright line. So with eating, it's a little trickier because we can't stop eating. But the food today, sugar and flour, is highly addictive, and she goes into how addictive it is, and the scientific research and study to back that up is mind-blowing. It's stuff that's not new to me, but it's tied in with this program. And I know I've lost weight because my clothes I feel my face is getting thinner. I only weigh myself once a month, so I'm not obsessed with the scale. And no exercise at the beginning. I mean, if you want to go walk around the block with the kids or whatever, but no like exercise regimen. She doesn't want you to exercise because your body is basically detoxing fat cells store toxins, and so you're drinking lots of water, you're detoxing, and you're getting the weight off. And so you kind of just take it easy and be gentle on yourself. She calls it, I think, like the bunny slipper mode or something. You're just being gentle with yourself. So so the big bright lines, the 4 bright lines are no sugar, no flour, 3 meals a day, no snacks. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 4 to 6 hours in between meals. And when you're cooking your food, no like bite, licks, tastes, nothing like that. And the other bright line is no measured quantities. So you measure all of your quantities of what you're going to eat, which takes away the whole brain thing. Like, just one more bite. No, all my food is here. I've eaten what I'm supposed to eat during this time. And I'm telling you, this system is brilliant. It is what's helping me, because otherwise my brain takes over and I start making excuses, and it's just so hard. And I know so many out there can relate. If you look her up, she has a boot camp that you can do. It wasn't in our means at this time to do the boot camp, but I bought the book and it was $29, and that was affordable to us. I said, I'll just do the book and see, if I see the plan and it's all lined out for me, then I can do this. But the bonus about the boot camp is you have this access to all this community and help for you, which is awesome. And I see that being a big bonus, and I'm hoping in the future that I could be a part of that too. But I have found some support online through Instagram and Facebook. So anyway, I know this is long and drawn out, but this is day 10 on my journey, and this is honestly the only thing that I've ever done that I feel hopeful about. And usually I don't do anything. I did the raw veganism, but I wasn't even checking my weight. I know I lost weight, but I was just like, I don't know. That was the longest I'd ever had done anything, but I wasn't doing it to lose weight. I was just doing it for health, and I wasn't as heavy as I was now, but I still was overweight then. But this has just gotten out of control, my weight. It's just such a problem. So my husband has been really supportive. It's actually been really easy. You plan out your meals for the night before, so you know what you're going to eat the next day, and you have so much time. I'm not thinking about food all day. When it's time to eat, I go upstairs, I look on my list, that's what I'm making, that's what I'm doing. And you just adjust to your needs. Like if you're working out of the home and whatnot, you just plan it, pack it, bring it with, blah, blah, blah. It's easy. It's doable. And right now I'm making my separate meals, and it's actually not been hard. I just plan our family's meals too. So I plan their meals and and plan my meal, and it's usually different. And I know as I keep doing this, it'll probably, I'll add things to what they're eating, but like I can make chicken or a big salad and just measure my quantity from that. And I just wanted to get used to the groove of this lifestyle and the way I'm eating and stuff, and then just incorporate it, and then add additions to my family's meal, but only eat what I'm supposed to eat. So anyhow, I'm excited. I feel really blessed. I'm very grateful that her work in that book came into my life. And look her up if you are struggling with your weight. I think it's really, really healthy. The food that you're eating, and very extremely balanced. So yeah, anyhow, that's that.
Today's Mary's 6th birthday party. It's a Doc McStuffins party, so we made a bunch of stuff in that theme. This is like a teddy bear, and put bowls underneath it, and candy, and he has like a swimmer's ear, sour tummy, cold feet, dizzy-itis, and you put different candies in there that match those themes. And we're doing Pin the Nose on the Chili. He's a character on the show. So there's Chili. There's all the candy under the bar. And all the kids get, I think Melissa showed you this already, but they get a little shirt, like a doctor's shirt with a stethoscope. And they'll be in here, and they each get a little toy party favor they get to take home with them. And they have a little checklist of what to checkup list for their toy. Measure their height, look in their eyes, listen to the toy's heartbeat. So we have all this stuff put out there. And there's Doc McStuffins. So should be fun, and I'll show you the cake too. There's the cake. Looks really good, honey.
Thank you.
Doc McStuffins, little dinosaur, what's that little thing?
Stuffy.
Stuffy.
He's a dragon.
He's a dinosaur. Little dragon.
Well, so dinosaurs and dragons, I would say, are pretty similar.
In the same family group, right?
And my birthday today!
Yay!
Hey!
Hey!
I said today.
Hey!
Happy birthday to you! Cha-cha-cha!
To you!
Cha-cha-cha! Happy birthday, dear Cha-cha-cha!
Birthday to you! Lift her up.
Let's give her a boost. Oh, you got it?
Closer. Yay!